it's actually pulling her further and further and further away from any kind of 3D reality that him and his people have ever expected. And it's almost like the feminine now, like for those of you who are listening, you in your circle of like your divine twin flame connection, like my divine feminines, you're being watched and people are learning from you, and that's why they're watching you. They're being inspired by you, is what I'm getting. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing great. I know it's been some time since I've posted, and I'm so sorry. It's been a pretty hectic couple of weeks, but I'm feeling caught up and I'm feeling energized again. I wanted to announce a free reading giveaway. And this is my way of giving back and saying thank you to all of you for supporting me on this channel and for really hanging out with me on this journey. It's been crazy. How I want you guys to participate is just drop me some comments below and just say hello. Tell me some things that you're passionate about. I feel a lot of manifestation and a lot of abundance in the air. So if you guys want to write down some things in the comment section that you want to bring into your life as a manifestation, the first step is writing it down and getting really clear about it. So that's why I want you guys to drop it in the comments below. If you're feeling shy and you don't really want to share, but you still want to participate, just say hello in the comments, even some emojis. But it's just a way of you guys kind of coming out of your shell, getting out there in the community. And then what I'll do is I'll choose a winner within about 5 days and I'll announce it. And what you guys can actually do in the meantime is head over to Wisio.com. So I've got myself set up on Wisio now to make it a lot easier for you guys to get in touch with me. It eliminates a lot of the emailing back and forth. And it kind of is straight to the point. It lets you know what you guys can get into in terms of connecting with me. And I will just be a video away, okay? And I also wanted to send you guys a gift as well. So I think we will definitely have to touch bases by email too, if you're okay with that. But in the meantime, just drop me the comments below. Head over to Wisio.com. I will make sure and post the link in the description box as well as the comment section, and I'll pin it. And then you guys can just have a look through there and see what might tickle your fancy, just in case you might be the winner of the free reading, all right? So I have some new decks to share with you guys, and this was actually gifted to me by the lovely Dee. So Dee, if you're listening, thank you so much. This is the Tarot Rider-Waite. Sorry guys, this is the Tarot Rider-Waite, and it's actually the black and gold edition. And guys, honestly, the cards are so beautiful. Like, they scream royalty, and oh, they're just so beautiful when you shuffle them. They're like very silky. And the black and gold actually represents the aspect of the sun, which can illuminate positivity and possibility into our lives. And then there is the aspect of the black, which represents Saturn's energy. So it's almost like existing in the 3D world. We have to experience the light and dark in order to gain a lot of the life lessons that our soul has been equipped to handle and really wants to gain the skills under our belt, okay? So I'm going to start off with using these black and gold cards because I feel like they represent the divine feminine's energy. And I'm going to use the dark mirror deck to dip into where the masculines are right now, because there's a lot of sexual energy around the masculine. They're feeling very possessive and obsessed with the feminines at this time. And I feel like the feminines are very understanding about this energy because we've also experienced it early on in the connection. And it's taken a lot of looking, again, at our darker sides to really embrace it and not be embarrassed about the fact that this love has been so intense that it's made us do things that maybe have sometimes been a little bit out of character. And that's where the masculines are now. So maybe a lot of you are receiving fake phone calls. A lot of fake profiles are following you on your social media. They're just kind of doing things that are out of character because they're kind of going crazy just watching the feminines. But the reason they're not saying anything or approaching you is because now that you've entered into these energies, the High Priestess, recognition of the twin flame journey through the Lover's card, and Temperance, which, truly does represent keeping grounded as your path unfolds, they're feeling kind of like intimidated by this energy. And why I say intimidated is because they're not able to feel like grounded at this time. It's almost like the love they feel for you is bringing about the obsession in a way that's like taking them over in this euphoric way. So that's why I say a lot of you are feeling watched. You can feel eyes on you. For many of you, I get that your masculine's people are watching you too. So this might be like his family, his friends. They're keeping an eye on you because they are intrigued by the feminine because of what the masculines are going through. So all eyes are on him as well, is what I get. Because he can't really hide the excitement and this raw, passionate energy that he's feeling for the feminine. And people around him are watching and they're noticing, but he's getting into this energy of like not really caring, because when he kind of gets involved in the expectations of the material world, he finds that it pulls him further and further away from his connection with the feminine. And that puts him in a really dark place. Like, I feel like when you guys are not in contact for a long time, the feminines can pick up on the masculine's energy as far as like you feel the darkness, like you can feel the pain that he's going through. All right. So let's get into the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is coming up because right now the feminines are sitting down and really enjoying their beauty again. They're enjoying a lot of their nurturing energy, especially around nurturing yourselves. Many of you are taking care of your health, your mental health. I get that many of you are taking care of your skin, you're exercising. For her, she's, even with that kind of darkness there, she knows how to illuminate it with more of the light energy. And this is what's gotten her through a lot of the pain that right now the masculines are kind of feeling. And if you'll notice the blinded to pain card here as the first card coming up in his side of the spread. But I feel like it's the feminine's energy here that's really going to help him push forward and push through because of her calmness. Like, he's picking up and he's sensing you and he's watching you, but like what's keeping him grounded is like almost like this calm energy about you. And it's because you're aware that you two are lovers. Now, the Lover's card for me talks about this erotic love and building upon excitement. And I feel like that's why the feminine's in the High Priestess energy, because you really are getting excited about what he's going through. It's almost like a pent-up lion in a cage, and he can smell those around you, like my friend Tracy was mentioning. She was talking about the masculines really being in this energy where they are aware that the feminines are experiencing a lot of this. I think she's going to lay right on top of the cards. Okay. You're so bossy. Come here, you little cutie. How are they going to see the cards if you're sitting on them? Look at her. She's so bossy, guys. She literally just pushed me. You're so bossy. Come here, you little cutie. Come on. Come on. Come on. Guys, I went through all of the trouble of making sure this entire desk was for her. And she comes and sits on top of the cards. Classic Mega. This erotic love, this excitement that he's feeling, I feel like the feminine, she's aware now. Like, you guys are twin flames. There's no going back. There's only going forward. The feminine has felt this energy over and over and over again. There's been too much that has been shown to you divinely, to the point where you're done fighting the what ifs and whether or not. It's like you're feeling so fulfilled in your High Priestess energy because you are being blessed with a lot of abundance and people coming around you to take care of your needs. Your creative juices are flowing and they're bursting out of you so much to the point where you really don't have time to be affected by the negative energies of the twin flame connection. And I feel like that's solely because the masculines are going through it right now, and double that energy is just going to be chaos. So that's why the universe is really coming forward and blessing the divine feminines with a lot of this knowledge and energy. So she knows he's coming and she knows what he's going through energetically, with the archangel spreading its wings and watching over this connection. Like I said, the divine feminine has been shown way too much at this point to look back or turn back or feel affected by anything going on with the masculines right now. I feel like the Temperance card comes out for her as well, because the Temperance card is reminding her to stay grounded as her paths unfold with the masculine. Opposition might come your way, feminines. You might feel like, again, this energy of like being watched. Maybe the fake profiles are not only your masculine, maybe it's his people just trying to get a glimpse at you. But hold your own, stay grounded, pay attention to your intuition as well, because it's going to actually protect you and help you like to sniff out who's really in your corner and who's there just trying to like, get a look at you, and put up your shields. If you don't want to be seen, don't be seen. Hey guys, sorry about that. I had to give Mega some kibbles. You guys might hear her chomping away in the background. So yeah, we were getting into the masculine's energy here with these Dark Mirror Oracle cards. So I'm going to start with Blinded to Pain, okay? Because the interesting thing is that we've talked about the fly in past readings, okay? So I just think it's weird to even come across this deck in this image, because I have another interesting synchronicity for you guys, okay? So Blinded to the Pain for me is the masculines, they're not aware that the pain that they're going through right now is going to be so extremely transformative for them. And I feel like they're merging the spiritual and material world. And it's something that many of us, it's not only the masculines, it's just the masculine collective is sort of like experiencing this wave of energy right now. But it's everyone, like light workers, anyone who is here to assist the planet. I feel like we're all feeling this shift, and it reminds me of coming across the maggot, okay? And the reason I bring up the maggot is because the flies are all over this image, and it talks about being blinded to pain. The maggot starts off as something very gross, right? It's really disgusting. A lot of us have that reaction if we see one or if we encounter one, which I did. I was in the garden with my son, and we had spread a blanket, and we were just having like some fruits out there. And it was time to come inside, and I was bringing the blanket in. And when I shook it, I saw a maggot, and oh my God, guys, I was so horrified. Like, I was so grossed out. I actually like squirmed. I had to like hug myself, and my son was looking at me like, what's wrong? It's just a worm, Mom. But anyways, guys, like I came across a second one, okay? And I was like, okay, you know what? I have to go and look up the maggot totem. And then I'm like, I must be crazy. But you guys know how it is. I had to. So I'm going to post a quick picture here for you guys and let you guys see what I found. So you can imagine me reading this being completely frazzled by the message, okay? So they really kind of have to go through this process of feeling very dark, ugly to the world, bare, kind of like the skeleton in the Triumph of Lies card. It's on the box as well. And that's why I feel like the black and gold deck also represents Saturn's energy. It's the maggot in us. That's Saturn in us, right? And that's what the masculines are going through right now. Like, they won't come towards you, divine feminines, because they literally cannot control themselves, okay? Many of the feminines can sometimes take this as, is it me? And that's what needs healing. The is it me is what needs healing within us, okay? It's absolutely not you, it's them. What it is about you is your aura. It's your beautiful shining light. And the fact that you can't see that, the masculines will continuously pull back until you do. And once you, it's 11:11, guys, too, as I kind of like say this. But I just feel stunned. But yeah, like I kind of lost my train of thought because I saw 11:11 a.m. Yeah, like I feel like the masculines are wanting you to see this within you, this very beautiful yet fierce, bold energy, And I feel like the minute we kind of like start stepping into like these energies with the High Priestess, the awareness of the twin flame journey, along with being able to ground ourselves throughout the rocky times, we experience the energy of the fly, or the creature with wings that's able to fly. And I mean, flies aren't all that attractive, but they can still fly, right? And that's that Saturn energy within us. All beauty is something that needs to be understood with the heart. And so for many of us, we have wings and we can soar and we can fly. And it really doesn't matter what anybody says or thinks about us. And I feel like the masculines are in this process right now of just kind of standing up to everyone and everything in his path. And the reason he's feeling pushed to do this is because he's wanting to like get out of these energies about you, feminine. He knows it's not like an energy he wants to be in because he can't seem to like hold a conversation with you or get sexual with you without wanting to run. And it's because you put him in this very vulnerable place of feeling like obsessed with you, like almost like a kid again, you know what I mean? Like a teenage boy is what I get, where he's got his like first crush on like the older babysitter kind of thing. Like there's this energy to you, feminine, that's very like wise but girlish and sexy and, you know, at times very authoritative. It's just this kind of mixture of energy that they have not come across before. And you can see it within them, that same energy, but they don't. So that's why it's this constant like yin and yang balance between the two of you of trying to, you know, master your male and female energies that already exist within you. Okay. Now, I'm going to pick up Triumph of Lies because I know I mentioned in the community post yesterday, because I was just picking up on this heavy feeling of like, they're feeling really like cornered by the people in their lives, especially the masculines that they're out there in the world trying to have like status and reputation and being like the best of the best, and they're really missing out and feeling empty when it comes to like going to bed at night, because I feel like because they've spent so much time mastering these other aspects of their lives, they're taking a look now and sitting down and looking in the mirror and starting to realize like, oh shit, did I just build an entire world for myself based on what other people want? And that's making him feel very, very bare. But at the same time, the crown on his head suggests that the feminine is behind you. And why he feels like the feminine is behind him too is because the divine is also showing him and giving him messages that are very truthful to him. Like many of you can feel this twin flame connection in your heart. You can feel it in your body. You can... like I feel like you can feel that this is like something that you came here specifically to experience. You don't know why, you don't know how it's going to play out or what it means yet, but like you guys are down to ride is what I get. And I think like the feminines are being blessed with this really empowered energy because it's like forcing the masculine to triumph over the lies, right? It's like breaking free and breaking down the walls he's kind of like created for himself and forge this new path, which is towards the feminine. And that's going to take being at peace with the thorns around you, having some conversations that you maybe weren't prepared to share with other people, but realizing that now you might have to, you know. And I feel like even though the monk here is surrounded by the thorns at this time, it's again like this Saturn and Sun energy merging the darkness with the light that we feel, and being okay with being in the darkness and realizing that, hey, when I spent time in that darkness, I actually realized a lot of my truth. And a lot of my truth is that I actually don't like being around these people. I actually really want to be around my feminine more because she makes me feel the push to get out of the rat race and be more at ease with who I am. And it's okay to feel that. Without the Saturn energy, they're not going to come to a place where they see these things. And without the Saturn energy, the feminine is not going to be able to see these things as well. And I strongly feel that that Saturn energy is representing the masculine aspect, and the Sun energy in this case is representing the feminine aspect. Because I really do feel like at the end of the day, her energy does illuminate a lot of what it is he experiences. Perchance to dream. This is what he's doing in his alone time. You know, he's connecting with divine forces that are letting him know it's okay to feel what he feels and experience what he's experiencing, even though it's going to shake up everything he has known. And I feel like for the masculines, this feels like a lonely road because it is going to push them to be alone. But at the same time, it's allowing them to dream of the possibilities of creating a new life, attracting new people into their life. Because sometimes we're afraid to take steps because we know it's going to be a lonely path. But what we're failing to realize is those new steps are also in the direction of bringing new experiences, relationships, soul family back into our lives. People that we have yet to meet, but when we meet them, it seems like, where have you been all my life? I mean, I feel like I've known you all my life. But we can't get to that place unless we let go. Okay? And that means letting go of the things that don't serve you in this lifetime. Connecting more to your own intuition, to your own thoughts, to your own self in those moments of darkness. And this will bring you into being the queen of your own world. And this is what the masculine really admires about the feminines as well. And I think that it's this very energy that's kind of like making him experience the darkness. Because it's like at the same time he's very intimidated by her energy, but with the red there, the sexual pull towards her and the sexual feelings that he gets, and because he can't maybe be with her physically, it's manifesting as creative energy for him. That's hard to stay away from, guys. It's like she's this seductress, but in this beautiful, beautiful, fierce way. And I think that it's scary, and that's a full moon on that picture as well. And I think this card is gorgeous because it just kind of speaks volumes about the feminines and what they're experiencing at this time. Like even down to her crown has thorns on it. And I love her stance as well, with her arms out and holding her staff in her hand. I think the masculine has seen her energetically go through, like, being watched as well by his people. And see her kind of like pull off this, I don't really care, and kind of like really shock everybody with the amount of creativity and the amount of knowledge and information that's being poured onto her, the abundance, the direction that her life is going in. It's actually pulling her further and further and further away from any kind of 3D reality that him and his people have ever expected. And it's almost like the feminine now, like for those of you who are listening, you in your circle of like your divine twin flame connection, like my divine feminines, you're being watched and people are learning from you, and that's why they're watching you. They're being inspired by you is what I'm getting. And a lot of you are feeling this energy. So yes, 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 from the universe and from everything within me that feels connected to source, go ahead on that creative project that you guys have or that you want to get involved in, because you might be scared to take the first step, but you have no idea the amount of luck, abundance, and support that's waiting to help you like push it into reality. Like I feel the energy of many of you being very shocked. Okay. Again, becoming the queen of your world in ways that you didn't expect, and having this drive the masculine into, that very lion protective kind of energy, and letting go of obsession and possession. I see the temple of my body coming up, and I feel like this is the masculines protecting their sexuality, because now that they've experienced the feminine, I mean, clearly, guys, look at her. There's nothing else that will do. And I feel like he's becoming aware of sex from other people as like this type of energy, where it's like almost like a draining experience, capturing your sexual energy here and like maybe holding on to a part of it, feeling drained when you do seek out sexual experiences that don't necessarily fulfill you. I think that that's what he's kind of like waking up to. Like maybe he's made that decision before and then kind of have fallen back. You know what I mean? Like the energies have kind of like fallen back. You're falling back into old patterns and things like that. But then when you do fall back into old patterns, it's like a lot more than just like a one night stand. It's kind of like he's seeing things like energetically now and how it affects his mood, his behavior, his connection, his also his ability to act like on the twin flame connection as well, and kind of like meet the feminine halfway is what I get. But at this point, it really doesn't matter because she's kind of like gone. Like she's like not really gone from the connection, but she's kind of like is the momentum is it's taken her away. All right. But the masculines are having a lot of heavy realizations at this time. I see bride in a cage coming up here because we're all getting the clear message that we cannot wait for the perfect day. We can't put restrictions on ourselves and wait for the perfect moment. Because again, we're already being blessed with the information, with the ideas, with the repetitive thoughts that come up in your head about what it is you want to do. Every time you guys tune in and we're reminded to, create what we want to see or create the lives that we want to see, you somehow tune into these repetitive thoughts. Like it's got to be a book, a blog, painting, doing something that involves healing children. Maybe it has to do with healthcare, justice, like law, or seeking out equality, something to do with human rights. Like there's something within you that's like scratching at the surface. And, the bride in a cage represents us, feeling very caged by waiting for this perfect day, waiting for this perfect moment to show up. And then that's when we take action, or that's when we're going to get into it. But, it all starts with a single step, and you don't have to be perfect. You just have to put yourself out there. Now, in this lifetime, what's happening in this world right now, people want to see authenticity. People want to see you. They want to see you for who you are and what you have to give. We're moving away from perfection. And I think that's because there is so much beauty in imperfection. And again, it all comes back to this black and gold energy, the Saturn and the Sun. And so, I'm just going to end this reading off by letting you guys know that we're not going to be held back anymore by our minds. We're just going to open our hands and feel the abundance flow, okay? Guys, don't forget to participate in the free reading giveaway. Don't forget to drop me some comments and be happy talking about yourselves. Just say hello if you want to. And check me out on Wisio because I want you guys to get into that energy of manifesting. If you happen to see a service on there, it might just be one of the services that you choose as your gift for the free reading, as well as connecting with me to send you a personal gift. All right, I hope this reading finds you guys well. Take care. I love you. I will speak to you soon. Keep well. Take care of your health, your mental health, and again, just be open to receiving abundance. All right, speak soon, guys. Bye.